It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
And welcome to the world realm of geekdom. This is nerd breaking news. Now, the World Cup starts on Thursday. Now, we're going to already jump on here and kind of talk about it. But before we do that, make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of our episodes. So let's jump right in. Let's pick who is your favorite to win the World Cup. And we'll go ahead and start with the Eagle.
Well, this is a first for NBN. We're talking about the event that happens every 4 years. What a time to be alive! It's being hosted in 3 different countries: Mexico, United States, and Canada, which is amazing. This is the first time that the World Cup has been hosted in 3 different countries. The last time that it was hosted by 2 different countries was back in 2002, and it was hosted by Korea and Japan. According to some research that I was doing, that was the last time that they decided to do it, and that they basically said they were not going to do it anymore. I couldn't find the reason why, but they made an exception for this edition, and here we are. So before I go to my favorite team to win the World Cup, I'm going to give a few details about this edition that I thought were important to point out. First of all, the FIFA World Cup would be playing with 48 teams. That is an increase of 16 teams compared to the previous edition. That is a lot. Okay? The teams will be split in 12 different groups of 4 teams each. So at least that doesn't change. The top 2 teams in each group and the 8 best third place teams will go to the next round of 32, which is more like the formal format that we've seen in the World Cup. This is insane to me. I think that is a little bit like a money grab, if you will. On one side, FIFA understands the value that the World Cup brings. Every company wants to sponsor the World Cup. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Just like when you talk about, the only thing that I can compare it to is the Super Bowl, right? When you see the ads, this is 30 seconds or 1 minute or whatever, and you're paying a huge amount of money for your brand to be there. The same thing happens in the World Cup, right? Especially when you're like in the late stages of the World Cup, like when you're seeing the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. So yeah, on that sense. Then on the other side, I see the fact that there's more teams making it to the World Cup, teams that never made it before, or they haven't made it in a while. I see teams like Curacao, Haiti, Saudi Arabia, who did qualify this year, but have made it in the previous World Cup, but only because they were, I believe, the hosting country. So that is a few tidbits that I wanted to say. So now, moving now to my favorite team to win the World Cup. So I'll say this. I might change this down the road because the World Cup, there's a lot of moving pieces. I don't know if every country has announced their roster yet. I know that Brazil already did. And I don't know if the United States has already released theirs. But I'm just going to give you like my early favorite right now. So that team will be Spain. Spain has a really young team. It's being this is like a new renovation of their team. If we remember, Spain won the World Cup in 2010 when the host country was South Africa, if I'm not mistaken. That was the golden era of Spain football. They had amazing players like Xavi, Iniesta, Cesc Fabregas. They had the Real Madrid and Barcelona players. They had Puyol on the defense. So now this is, what is it, 2022? So almost like 14 years later. And this is like the new generation of Spain, the new young players. We have Lamine Yamal, which is a phenomenon. Like, he's amazing. He plays for Barcelona. He's going to be leading the attack for Spain. They have a really good defense. So my pick for it to win the World Cup, and I think it's a good one. I think a lot of people would agree with me. Spain is always a good team, always brings the energy. They're known for the tiki-taka play, so they're not like, I don't know, like Germany, which is a team who basically likes to go forward. Spain is more pass until you find the right hole, and then you make it. So yeah, that's my pick.
Great pick. It's one of the best teams out there in the rankings out there, and one of the favorites to win it. Professor, we'll go ahead and give you that second spot.
All right, so two things. So I'll start with the pick first. My fiance will kill me if I don't say Mexico. My nephew will kill me if I don't say Portugal. My nephew's probably right. I'll probably end up wearing a Portugal jersey in my mind throughout the World Cup. It has to be in my mind so the wife doesn't kill me. So that's where we're at with picks. Now, money grab. We are witnessing the most massive money grab, I think, quite possibly in world history. When you're looking at the prices of these tickets and what we're expecting people from other countries to pay in order to watch their own home teams play. At the end of the day, it's just not right. And I think off principle, it's not fair and it's not right to ask a person to fly overseas to come to another country, stay in a hotel that they've never been in before, and to one of TK's earlier points, not even know the commute from the hotel to the stadium, which are almost always going to be far, and then have to pay $500 to $1,000 to $2,000 for a ticket a piece. That's insane to me. And ultimately, after the Eagles research, where you pointed out how they actually expanded the World Cup to bring in even more teams, like, are we really even looking at a tournament anymore? When you're considering that everybody's in it, what is the purpose of qualifying if everybody gets in? What are we doing here? And I mean, respect to some of these countries, but do they really have soccer teams of that caliber on that level? No. Like, not to say the thing, but everyone whose family comes from somewhere else knows that there are some cultures that venerate soccer, and there are other cultures that just don't, and that's okay. But to see so many names, we know it. But to see so many names of teams that we know don't truly have a level of soccer of that quality to be in the World Cup, to a degree, it degrades the nature of what the World Cup's supposed to be. And that's just how I feel about it.
Solid point. Yeah, and like you were mentioning, like, there's also that thing about how they're promoting the cities. Mm-hmm. They'll have games set up where Europeans are going to realize how big the United States is, because they're going to realize that, like for the games in Dallas, at least the ones promoting, they're going to be in Dallas. It's actually in Arlington. Mm-hmm. That's about the same distance of someone going, I think it was like from Liverpool to Manchester, which is pretty much like across the country. So that's just Dallas, quote unquote. You have the New York one. It's actually in New Jersey. The one in Miami, that's Broward College. That's in Broward County. It's not in the same. Yeah. It's gonna be bad, and there's gonna be the problem with transportation about that as well, because we don't have a good transport system. So that's gonna play a big factor. There's a lot of chaos with that aspect, the travel aspect as well. Again, the tickets, and it's just a lot of money grab, as you guys are saying. Kid, who do you have as your pick for the cup?
I would before I get to my favorite to win, I want to piggyback to what you, Eagle, and Professor were talking about with regards to the cash grab. Right? We can't underestimate the corporations. We can't underestimate the businesses in every sport. We see it in college football, how there's rumors they're going to expand the teams. We see it in the NFL, how these greedy owners want to get one more game and want to reduce the preseason to get one more game. In the NBA, right? Like, let's lower the amount of games but let's charge more. It's they're coming. They're eventually coming. So are we shocked that this happened in FIFA? No. We knew that this is every 4 years. This is a global event. Everybody gets excited. Why not make some money out of it? Why not make more money out of it? And corporations are always going to be here. It's always a money grab. So, yeah, you guys are right in the money. It is what it is. Don't be surprised if this goes to like 100 teams in the next 20 years. Which, again, to the professor's point, we're going to get some teams like X, Y, and Z who are like, wait, what are they doing here? But, again, get people excited. That's the whole point. Come watch the thing. Come watch it on TV if you can't watch it in Miami or wherever you're watching it. So it's all about money. It's all about the viewership. Fox is going to make a lot of money over all these matches. My official pick, and I know the favorite is Spain. I know the favorite is France. France has gone to the World Cup the last 2 times. Spain is nasty. They're young. Eagle was saying earlier that Neymar made the team in Brazil. Good for him. He's a Brazilian legend, even though I don't think he has a championship yet in the World Cup. I'm going to go home. Captain America, the greatest thing since Landon Donovan, is going to lead us, and we're going to pull the upset. And I'm doing it with my heart. I'm not doing it with my mind because I know the Americans have historically never had a good team. But I have to go back to 2010 in South Africa and Landon Donovan and his 3 magical legendary goals, and how him and the team and the goalie and how everybody felt 16 years ago watching the Americans team do something like 1980 when we went up against the Russians and we won the miracle. Is it a safe pick? No, I'm going that field. When you got Brazil, you got Spain, you got is Argentina going to win back-to-back World Cups? Is Messi going to further establish himself being the GOAT that he already is? The first time since Brazil. They're trying to tie Brazil in terms of being the last back-to-back World Cup teams who won championships. It's not a safe pick, but I believe in Captain America. I believe in the Americans. We're going to pull something off. And if we're going to do it for Landon Donovan.
Oh, my God. I don't know about that. I think that's a little stretch. Though everybody keeps saying, like, this is going to be one of the most interesting teams to watch because they're so unpredictable. Sometimes they play really, really bad. Sometimes they play like world champs. So it depends on who we get in the tournament. It will depend on how far this team is actually going to go. Now, I, on the other hand, gonna pick the big bad boys of the tournament. The ones who've been at the finals the last 2 times. They lost it last year. They're hungry to win it again. They're motivated, and it's obviously Le Blues, Le France. It is France who I'm picking to win it. That team right now, based on everything I keep hearing, is so deep that they could field 3 different teams that they want to and make it far. So just knowing that depth that they have to, other teams have to got to go over against, and then you have Mbappe, who's probably going to be the Golden Foot Award, like your Golden Boot Award, right? Like this team is just loaded. That's basically it. It's very loaded. It's going to be hard to really take away their opportunity to make it to the finals and even win it this year. Now, any final predictions of teams that we probably haven't talked that could be favorites to win it?
I would say Brazil is always in it. I would say England.
Germany.
Well.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Germany.
Germany, yes.
Netherlands.
Portugal also has a really good chance of keep hearing that.
Netherlands. Croatia.
You hear what Cristiano Ronaldo said that with regards to winning the World Cup, he said it doesn't change my legacy. If he wins it,
well, he has to say that, but
exactly.
It's what's keeping him separated from Messi right now.
Yep.
Oof.
Messi be the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Cristiano. He's also a GOAT. They're both GOATs.
But that's interesting, though. If Cristiano Ronaldo wins it this year, which not the favorite, they'll be like the underdog. Another year, another 4 years, the underdog. How does that change Messi, right?
It doesn't change anything. They're both GOATs. That's how I'm going to put it. And it's just people.
There's only one goal.
It's
only one goal, man. There's only one goal. Come on.
No, but here's the thing, though. When Messi won it, he was the captain of his team, right?
Yes.
And the best player on his team. Is
Yes.
Ronaldo still the best player on his team?
Oof.
There you go.
Yeah, that might
And
be
I
it.
think that's the difference. So I think what ends up happening is you end up with like a 1A, 1B situation. But the thing is, 1B is still 2.
Yeah.
So then the question then becomes, who's the third best player ever? Because you got 1A, 1B, then 3.
All right. We'll see.
All
Starts
right.
on Thursday.
Yeah, so you'll have the first game on Thursday. Now, let us know what you guys think about who's going to be the favorite to win it. Why should they win? Why should they have been the one that you're picking to win? Just let us know in the comments on it. Now, don't come after us too hard. Not all of us are experts in this. We're all learning at the same time.
Eagles expert.
We defer to Eagle. We defer to Eagle.
Yeah. If you want to get at someone, it'll be at the Eagle.
Yeah, he saw Messi first game live. Yeah.
So make sure you keep your fandom alive and your wardrobe engaged. Until next time, fellow nerds, this is Nerd Breaking News.